Do-do-do-do-do-do. Good afternoon. Is this working?
Just texted me.
Is this working? I don't know if it is. Shoot. I don't even know if this is working. Oh, snap. I was trying to do the Instagram and Facebook. Is that working?
What? This?
Hold on,
I'm trying to show you how to do
Don't
it.
worry. I'm doing it.
Before you do it, can I see who texted me?
Please, I'm already live here, so just hang on. Shoot.
I just want to climb.
Oops. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Checking connection. Sorry for that. Sorry for the length of time. Good afternoon. I'm doing the Instagram and Facebook. First of all, I want to say thank you to all the prayers and love that was sent to me and my daughter from having her car accident. She's great. She's got no broken bones. Like I said, everything's fine. She did go get checked out from at the hospital, and she's great. So anyway, now I wasn't able to put on Instagram the actual title of this because I had to start it over again. But it's called Experiences and Memories. So the like I say every day, what is my message? My message is, how do we change the vibration of this planet with love? So the message came up about experiences that we have. We have a lot of experiences in our life, you know what I mean, and there's a lot of memories that are attached to these experiences. And it's like, well, why do we have these experiences? Why do we have those, But as it stands, everybody has experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. It's a part of the journey of life, part of the journey that we go through. We experience things, and what tends to happen, they leave memories. They leave certain memories, good, bad, or indifferent, but we have those memories. But they wanted us to understand it from a perspective that we have these experiences and we have these memories because these memories are a space to, how do I put it? To try not to repeat the old. Meaning that... try not to repeat again. Okay, let me see if I can work this out again. They said that experiences that we have, good, bad, or indifferent, that we go through, our minds remember those experiences. I mean, even when we look at history, whether it's been orally passed on or written in books, that information is written down in order for us to remember what things had happened before. But they said the reason for that happening is because we are to remember we're to have these experiences so not to repeat them. So that as a collective now, we're going through a lot of different things. A lot of things are coming up. A lot of things are being explained. A lot of things are being exposed because, or we're going through so many different chaotic things, is because they're wanting us to understand that we're going through these things, so a lot of things that have happened in the past do not keep repeating themselves. So again, memories and experiences, they have a reason for being, because what we tend to do, we have a certain experience and we hold on to that memory, we hold on to that greetings, Ia. Oh yeah, Sean. We usually have these experiences, and we tend to hold on to that experience, and that feeling that we hold on to is usually worse than what actually went on, because we internalize it and we kind of play the scenario over and over again, and that feeling becomes even worse than what it was when we actually went through the actual physical experience of it. So they're saying that these experiences are not for naught. It's almost like, just the same as we record things of history, everything that we're going through is being recorded. Whatever you do in the light, in the dark, everything is being recorded, and it's all being recorded in your subconscious. It's all being recorded within you too, because again, they're saying that they don't want us to keep repeating the same mistakes. So that's why we're having these experiences. That's why we're having these memories, in order to remind us what not to have to keep going through. You understand? It's kind of like, as a collective now, the when it comes to living or experiencing certain stuff, the world is going through something. I mean, I saw a meme or a video the other day on Instagram talking about how the Chinese people had done some, they'd done some ancestral thing where they was going back to see where their people was from, went back straight to Africa. And it was like, it was a shock to those people. I mean, even the title of it, did they cry because they found out that their people were African? I'm saying this to say that the reason why they want us to understand, we go back so far, and all those memories are still a part of us. Remember, all these things that they're talking about is very ancestral. And this is what they keep bringing up, a lot of ancestral stuff. And so we're having these experiences, we're having these memories come up, because collectively now, as a collective, how do we work through this? How do we not allow the past to reinvent itself, or recreate itself, or to come up again? This is where we're having to do this work on ourselves, because in reconciling, like I said before, the last one was about reconciling the ancestral part, in reconciling those differences, or reconciling that space, or loving that space in self. And if everybody's doing it collectively, we change that vibration, because if we're having to have these experiences so as not to repeat them, every person on this planet, or every culture, or every civilization on this planet is going through the same thing. We're all going through a space so that we don't repeat it. So that's, hold on, you see this? Yeah, well said, the mind is only two things: past impressions and unfulfilled desires. Yeah, but it like they said, greetings, Iya, Abaruabuya, Bosheshe. Oh dear, I keep having this thing right here is not messing with me, but I can feel it. Oh, just touching it now is like, it's like tingling. But anyway, that's what they want us to understand. It is very important to know that, any memories, because this is the thing, you can have memories, you can have experiences. When you suppress those experiences, that's not what it's for. Okay. The collective is going through so many different things. And in order for us to pass this space and move to another space, we have to understand that these experiences, these memories are for a reason, not to attach to them, because memories, they don't go anywhere, but the emotion that you attach to them keeps them present. But they're saying that all these emotions, all these memories, or all these experiences that we have, good, bad, or indifferent, are being stored collectively, so that we can access them in order for us not to repeat the same things. These are almost like our teachers to say, we're not going to go through what we went through before, because remember what happened here? If we keep doing the same thing, that's going to be repeated itself. So they're saying that this wisdom of the experiences that we have, because each person goes through different experiences, you know what I mean, pertaining to their own individual self, yet use them as step stools. Yes, you use them as step stools so you don't repeat it again, so you don't repeat the same thing again. So collectively, as a whole, we're moving through a new way, a new stage of life. We're moving through a new experience, because the old way was everything that you're told and you're supposed to accept. Now the new space is like knowing yourself, knowing thyself as a complete and utter soul. That's why they're talking about all this reconciliation. That's why they're talking about bringing back all parts of yourself to become whole again. And the only way to become whole again is to understand that every experience that you had, good, bad, or indifferent, is made you who you are. It's not saying that those experiences were part of your, soul lessons or soul growth, because the soul is forever evolving. You know what I mean? Through experiences. That's how it evolved. That's how the universe evolves, through our collective experiences. So now we're getting to a point where we have to understand our experiences are meant to teach us something. They're not for naught. They're not just so we had them and then, you know what I mean? I think, what's his name? That the guy that just passed away, I watched on the Breakfast Club Summit today. He was saying that, you know, he wanted to freeze his body because, you know what I mean, he's not religious. He don't think there's anything after this place, you know what I mean? And he's hoping that in so many years' time that, you know, death can be, what you call it, there's a cure for whatever may have killed him. This was like 5 years ago that he did this on the Breakfast Club. But he was saying that he doesn't believe that there's anything, life after death or anything like that. So he wants to see if he can basically figure that they can figure it out, and he can be put on ice until till that time. Yet we understand our consciousness is in a limited space because of our own experiences. It's like we're not, as a collective, we're not evolved enough to experience those higher realms. Yet it's not saying that it's not there for us, but collectively now, our collective experiences, can we learn from our collective experiences and move on to it? Because I keep going back to divine love and loving unity, and we can't move through this space without unity. And that's what they want us to remind ourselves again. Unity is the key to everything. And so my eyesight is, I'm not gonna put it out there. I need my glasses. Okay, I need my glasses. So Chinese and Yoruba and Japanese, are calm. It's still African, isn't it? Yeah. But, you know, this is the thing. This is, and now I can see really clearly now. But I don't want to wear these all the time. I had 20/20 vision. After 40, it's like, done. Done now. I can't see and I can't stand it. But anyway, collectively, they want us to do this together. Are we all going to evolve together? Because there's a certain realm that the collective has to come to understand. And that understanding comes from love. Whether you want to accept that fact or that space and whatever, love is the key to moving through all of this stuff. And it first starts with you. That's why the reconciliation of yourself, good, bad, or indifferent, all those experiences, that healing in you. Because, you know, when you're in a space of loving and you love you, no matter what anybody else has done, said, or thingy, you have an understanding that, oh, just because, you know, they're not where I am, you know, doesn't mean I have to hate on them for not being conscious enough or awoke enough or whatever the case may be. You have kind of understanding that, you know, everybody's on their own journey. So that love really does something to you in regards to how it affects the collective. So with our memories, the memories of those in ancient Egypt, those memories or those experiences that they have, those memories, we're still affected by that. You know what I mean? We're still affected by that wisdom, that knowledge, and that's the stuff that they're trying to teach us. That the wisdom of the old, those experiences, are supposed to be a collective space for us to teach us that we're not to experience certain things again. We're not to go through certain things again. And the only way we can understand that is if we understand ourselves, understand and loving ourselves. It's impossible. Like they say, memories, you can try and suppress certain things. But in suppressing those things, what happens? There finds a way to seep up. There was one analogy. A seed, a seed has the wisdom. Whether it's a little tiny seed has the wisdom to become whatever, if it's a great oak tree. An acorn has the wisdom of being a great oak tree when it's given. Yet, if that seed is placed underneath some rock, the wisdom of that acorn will find a way to maneuver through that rock, even if it has to bust that rock open. As you see on the pavements, you see, you know, where they've built trees, you'll see that there's grass and there's things that grow between the pavements and stuff like that, meaning that wisdom is always there and it's going to find a way to come through. Meaning when we have all that stuff going on within us, that wisdom to release all that is going to find its way through, because we are whole complete beings, and in order to be able to collectively come together, that wisdom has to find its way through, and that find its way through may be uncomfortable for you because you're not willing to do that work. And the sad thing is, you can't move on without doing that work. You can't move through this space without doing that work. And this goes across the board. It doesn't care who you are, where you're from, black or white, rich or poor. It doesn't matter. There is no discrimination about doing that work. You have to do it. So collectively now, can we learn the lessons to understand our experiences of harming each other based upon the color of your skin, or based upon fears, as harming each other based upon fears? We see that does not work. It harms and it does more damage than it does collectively put people together. Even when you're looking at racism, you got people who are racist not because they know that this particular person has done something wrong to them. They're racist because of their own fears about what they think a set of people will do, because of what they know that they've done. You know what I mean? You know how it goes. You want to, people want to seek revenge or want to take something out on other people based upon their own insecurities. That's why I saw a meme today that's like, there's 3 reasons why people hate you. One is because of, what was it? How they hate themselves, or I can't even remember what it was. There was 3 things anyway. But even still, there's reasons why people do things, but those reasons are based upon their own insecurities. So they're saying your memories and your experiences are supposed to teach you, even in your own. If you look at your past as an individual, because remember they bring me to a collective, but they start with as an individual. In your own life, look at the memories that you've created, look at the experiences that you've had, and a lot of the experiences that you have taught you, hey, I did that, I ain't doing that again, that didn't work out, I'm not going through that space again. That's what it is meant to teach you. That's the healing energy of the experience. We all have experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. Those experiences are there to teach us. So collectively, what is that collective experience meant to teach us now? To move forward into a new space, a new way, a new life. And this is all ancestors coming through. The only way we can do it is in unity. We cannot do it separately, because in separation we've been doing that all this time, and it's not got us to a point. It has not got us to a point that we're able to reconcile all these differences. So it's like the work we do on ourselves will then in turn open us up to collectively do more work together. We're looking at, African spirituality, any type of spirituality. Spirituality is spirituality, which is dealing with the higher realms that, most people don't see, but we know it exists, and we know that wisdom, the miracles and all that lot works. You know what I mean? We talk about, I saw a video again today, look at me with these little videos, of a Chinese woman, I think she was Chinese, Japanese, one of them, but she was dancing for Ogun, but the meme, that the actual video said something about her, she was possessed or she was mounted by Ogun. So it didn't look like, it just looked like she was dancing because she was smiling through it, and she looks like she was just enjoying the experience. So her experience of worshipping Ogun was hers, but in the comments you had so many people like, why can't they just leave our stuff for ourselves? Why do they have to be the ones to do this about our stuff? Why can't they have their own stuff? Why can't she? In fact, one of them was like, why can't she be possessed with Buddha? You know what I mean? Which was like, I don't comment on things like that, because people are going to have their own experiences. People are going to have their opinions about those things. Like I said, it looked like she was enjoying the energy of Ogun. She was dancing to the music. She was enjoying that energy, and she was dancing really well. She was bringing down that energy of Ogun. She was really going to town. So it's like, hey, that just must be what it is. But does that stop all of Africa doing what Africa does? No. Does that stop as African people owning our own spirituality? No. Remember, we've already told, Ifa is for the world. If Ifa is for the world, that means Ifa's influence is going to touch the world, and that lets you know how powerful Ifa and the Orisha are. If Orisha is for the world, it's meant to touch the world. People are meant to experience it, because those experiences got wisdom in those experiences, and in those. You know what? Because, like I said, with Instagram, it doesn't allow me to it doesn't allow me to see a lot of these comments when I get off here. You know what I mean? It doesn't allow me to see it. But, I do what I can. However, our consciousness moves all of our experiences. Yeah. So again, like I said, our experiences with Ifa, our experiences with Orisha, is for the world. That lets you know how powerful it is. Yet you have so many people that want to covet it like it's meant to be just for a certain people. But if that, oh gosh, hello? I'm using my son's phone and his friend keeps calling and I'm like, stop. I know I'm not going to take it long because I know I've got some things to do. But again, experiences and memories, they're there in order to teach us what not to do again. They are strategically built in, they're strategically put in a way so that we can learn from them but not repeat the same problems again. And they want to see if collectively, because collectively as a whole, fear is what's run this whole world for the longest time. Fear and the stuff that happens due to fear. That has created so much chaos, so much limitations, so much. It is like the few controlling the many. That's what fear has done. So they want us to see if our collective experiences, our collective memories, can see with everything that's gone on in the world that way does not work. Can we collectively learn from that and create something else? Can we collectively come together consciously and create something else? Because our experiences and our memories are the wisdom that they're trying to show us which direction to go into next. But we have to be conscious of that fact. So that's why I say, I'll keep asking, how do we change the vibration of this planet with love? How do we change the vibration of this planet with love? We have to understand what our duty is. We have to understand what our duty is in regards to what we have to do. And we have to remember that wisdom has to be able to penetrate our stuff. That's why individually we have to do our work. We have to learn what our triggers are. We have to learn what stuff that we've suppressed so much. We have to learn all this stuff in order to rectify that within us, in order to be able to collectively come together. Because that's what the problem is. We don't want to learn what somebody else has got to go through. But if we learn what we've got to go through, that makes it easier to even if you don't physically touch another person's life, emotionally or expressively, that energy is going to be supportive. Because if we're all doing the same thing collectively, that energy is like a collective consciousness. And that's what changes the whole vibration. You know what I mean? So again, I'm going to leave that one. Their experiences and memories, they're there for a reason. They're there to be a witness to say everything that we do is being recorded. Everything that we do in the light, in the dark, in behind closed doors, behind wherever, is being stored to be to be something for you to remember what not to do again. And I forgot the other term that they gave me. It is like a how do they put it? It's like a it's like I said, it's just to teach us what not to do. We have a memory of what we do and what we don't want to happen again. So those experiences are there to be that voice. Oh, we've been there, we've done that, we don't want to recreate it, so we've got to do something different now. And something different is that unity part that we haven't really experienced. That unity part is the part that we haven't really come to terms with, that we have to do. We got to get over our individual selves and our individual experiences to know that collective experience is what changes the world. So, again, I'm going to leave it there because this person's not going to stop calling for my son since I've got his phone, and I'm sick and tired of being interrupted. Plus, you know, this is working on me a bit right now. Well, it's been working on me for a few days. You know what I mean? Not just this bit, but it's been working on me for a few days. So I'm gonna give it a pause now. But I had to come on here and give that. So again, experiences and memories. There are teachers and our guides in order for us not to repeat the same stuff. See if we can collectively create a new way, a new world for our lives. But I love you. I love me too. And till the next time, yeah. All right. Take care. Peace out.